Hello everybody, my name is Shirley Wiseman. Welcome to Making Jelly with Aunt Sissy. Today we are making Scuppernog jelly. I did one quick video that just showed the Scuppernogs, what they are and how I wash them, and then I cook them down. A Scuppernog is basically a wild white grape. It's actually green. Some people call them white grapes, some green grapes. But they're round instead of oblong like a grape. They grow in clusters on a vine, and they're wild and they're very fragrant. I can smell it right now. The juice smells really good. So we had about 3.5 pounds. I would tend to do more like 4 pounds for next time. And so then I cooked them in 1.5 cups of water on the stove until they got soft. And then I just turned the burner off and just let them kind of steam till the skins burst. And then I took them off the burner and I took a masher. I was looking for my masher, but I like a potato masher. And I mashed them up gently so that to separate all the liquid and the pulp from the skin. And then if you'll zoom in here, I put all the pulp in this. This is actually, it's a food mill. This is an old one. It was my grandmother's. She called it a ricer. I have some other ones, but this one stands up higher, and I have my jar here. So what you need is 5 cups of liquid of the recipe I used is off of the Sure Gel box, the pectin, and it calls for, this is for grape jelly, which is actually Concord grapes, but I'm using it for Scuppernog, so we'll see how it works. And so what I did is after I mashed up the pulp, so if you'll come in here and zoom in, I put it in here, and I know this is a funny little contraption, but I have the ricer, which is basically a sieve here, and I have a jelly bag in there, which is very, very fine. So the pulp I put in there, and I guess you could see the pulp, right? So it's green skins, and I haven't mashed it. So when I did the apple sauce I mashed it through this ricer. You can see I haven't used this. So what I've done is if you just let it drip, then it takes several hours. It's probably been like 3 hours. If you just let it drip, then you'll get the most flavor and it will be clear liquid. As you can see here, now I've got 5 cups of liquid. If you mash or squeeze the bag, it will get foam. You'll get foam, and I don't want to have foam, so it's like the imperfections. So this will be pretty dry now, and I'll just throw out that. But this is my little contraption here. There may be some better ways for putting the jelly, the jelly bag in whatever you use. But this is what I use. So once you get the juice, now what happened was with the 3.5 cups of grapes that it called for, or in this case the Scuppernogs, by the time when it got all the way down, I only had 3.5 cups. Well, it was still dripping. And I thought, well, I'm not going to get up to 5 cups. So I boiled some water. I took 1/2 cup of boiled water, and then I just poured it in gently over the skins and stirred it up just a little bit. And so the water filtered down through the skins to get the flavor. So, and then I did it one other time. So I actually added 1 cup of boiling water, but I didn't just add the water because it will dilute it. But when I put it through here, it helps to extract some more juice. So basically that's what I did. So now I have 5 cups, so I'm good to make my jelly, because I didn't want to have just 3.5 cups and then have to freeze that, which you can do if you're making a whole bunch, and later thaw it out and then add some more. But in this case I wanted to get it, so that's what we've got. So now I'm going to remove this, and it won't drip any because it's full and dried up there. So we're going to take the 5 cups, we're going to pour them into the pot. And it's got a pretty color, so make sure I get all my juice. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to turn my burner on. Okay, and I'm going to add pectin. This one I already took out of the box, but I use the Sure Gel brand. And this is what's going to make it thicken up. So you first add your juice, and jelly is made from fruit where you have extracted the juice. Jam is got the fruit that's mashed up, and preserves have chunks of fruit. Okay, I've made some cherry and peach preserves which have chunks of the fruit. I made some applesauce if I'd have saved the peelings and made a juice and then strained them, I could have had an apple jelly. So this is a jelly. It's from straining the fruit and getting the juice. So you can see here, so I'm stirring that up. So now, right now, I've got 5 cups of the Scuppernog juice in here, which smells really good. It's very fragrant, a lot more flowery kind of smell than a grape. So I'm just gonna, so I've stirred that up. I've stirred my pectin in there till it's dissolved. And now I'm gonna let this come to a boil. And what'll happen is it'll come to a full rolling boil. That means that as I stir it, it does not stop boiling. When it first comes to a boil and you stir it, it'll stop boiling. So you keep on doing that, and so stir it from time to time until it's a rolling boil. And then I will put in my sugar, this is a lot of sugar. I got 7 cups of sugar here. That's what the recipe calls for. So once that comes to a boil, then I'm going to put in 7 cups of sugar. And then I'm going to stir and stir and stir, and then let it come to a rolling boil again. And that means it won't stop. It keeps, when I stir, it's boiling. And then I will count 60 seconds. So it's 1 minute after I've added the sugar and it comes to another rolling boil, 1 minute, and then the jelly will be ready to process and to put in jars, which I have little jelly jars, 8-ounce jars here that I have I boiled them to, what do you call it, to disinfect them, you know, but to purify them so that they will be clean and no germs, and so to process. So I've got them in here hot, and then I'm going to pour the jelly in it, and then I'm going to process it in the canner, which here is my canner, which right now I'm processing some applesauce, but that's what the canner looks like. It's a boiling water canner. So we're going to come back with you in a little bit. I just wanted you to see what the jelly, you can see it now, but it's pretty, smells good, and we'll be back in a little bit and show you the next step. Thank you.